In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the best ways to save money to reach financial freedom. 56% of Americans have less than $5,000 in their savings account, and over a third has $1,000 or less. Now, we understand that saving money is easier said than done. We'll be talking about some tips and tricks throughout this video on what's helped us save a lot of money. If this is your first time to the channel, first of all, welcome. This is the Legacy Investing Show, where we're going to be talking about all things related to real estate, investing, personal finance, and also entrepreneurship. Our mission for this channel is to provide as much free value to you as possible, and we're here to share all the successes, all the mistakes that we've made, and all the things that we continue to learn every single day. And you're probably thinking to yourself, why should we listen to you? And that's a fair question. We own 50 plus rental units, we do flips, we do wholesales, we also have done multiple 7-figure deals. If you're wanting to achieve financial freedom sooner rather than later, make sure that you give this video a like, subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. And make sure to stay till the end, where we're going to be talking about our favorite money saving tip. So the first thing that you're going to have to think about when you start saving money is, what are your goals? It's really helpful for me to think about why I'm actually saving this money. So where do you want to be in 2, 3, 4, 10 years from now? Without knowing the bigger picture, it's hard to imagine where you're going to be in the future. And it's also really hard to reach your goal if you're not staying accountable. If you're going to be going on a cross-country trip, you're probably going to want to have a GPS, right? It's the same thing with financial goals. You're going to want to know exactly how much you want to save or earn. And another thing is, you want to write down these goals so you're seeing them every single day. It can be as simple as, I want to save X money by the end of this month, or I want to save $20,000 by the end of this year. Set these daily, monthly, and yearly goals. Challenge yourself, and if you start hitting these goals, then reward yourself for hitting those goals. The most important thing you can do is actually write it down and then also track it. The second thing we need to talk about is budgeting. Budgeting is like trying to lose weight. Not a lot of people are able to say, I'm going to start losing weight, and the weight just starts flying off. You need to track the calories that you're eating, the exercises that you're doing, etc. And the same goes with budgeting. There are 5 main categories that we'll talk about, and we'll share our tips for each one. One big pro tip that's helped me when I get my paycheck is I set up automatic withdrawals and make them send to a different account. Now, it's going to vary from person to person, but shoot for saving 30 to 40% of your income. I used to do this in my teens, and it allowed me to save a ton of money really quickly. I literally just pretended that money didn't even exist. Getting into this habit and only living off 60 to 70% of your income can be a complete game changer for you. So the first topic that we're going to talk about is housing. For most people, this is going to be your biggest expense. I strongly recommend, if you're trying to reach financial freedom, is to start off by house hacking. We're not going to go super far in depth, but basically what house hacking is you rent out rooms or units to offset your mortgage. If you do it correctly, you're going to be able to live for free or live with a very minimal mortgage payment. Check the link in the description for an in-depth video on what house hacking is. Now imagine wiping out your biggest expense each month, which is your housing. Now, we're not saying it's easy. It can be a sacrifice living with other people. But trust me, this is something that I'm speaking from personal experience and what I did to get started. This is one of the best ways to accelerate your financial future. The second thing we're going to be talking about is food. This is going to be your second highest expense out of the things that we're going to talk about. What I found helpful is by setting a budget each week for both your groceries and also eating out. Now, I understand that cooking at home isn't always the best option for some people. If you can't cook from home, obviously this is going to be the cheapest in the long run. Now, I don't mean just go out and buy junk food. Health really is wealth. And sure, healthy food can be more expensive than junk food, but you can look at buying healthy food as an investment in yourself. You're going to feel way better, and you're going to be way more productive throughout the day. You can also cut back on alcohol and going out, because those expenses can add up quickly. Another pro tip is buy things in bulk that you eat on a regular basis that go on sale. The third thing we're going to talk about is transportation. Now, obviously transportation is necessary for most people. If you're in a city or an area that has good transportation, or you can take the bike to work or school, it's definitely worth looking into. The average American spends over $9,000 per year on car insurance, car payments, maintenance, etc. That's $750 a month, which even caught me by surprise. If you can cut back on transportation costs and also save on your housing and your food, you're well on your way of saving more than half your income. Again, it's all about making the sacrifices today to get to where you want to be financially in the future. The fourth thing that we're going to talk about is clothing. This is one of those sneaky expenses that can add up quickly if you're not careful. There are a couple things that I would do if clothing expenses is an issue for you. The first thing that I would do is do a closet detox. Go through your closet and donate clothes or sell the clothes that are unwanted. This can be a great little side hustle to make a little bit of extra cash on the side. And plus, you'll be able to declutter with that in and of itself can be a huge win. There really is something refreshing about decluttering and almost starting new. But if you need clothes and you need to have them in your life, you can also go to thrift stores and buy clothes there for very cheap. A lot of my clothes are still bought at thrift stores till this day. There's something about finding good deals that excites me, not only with real estate or investing, but also with clothes. The last thing that we'll talk about, and my favorite way to save money, is to increase your income. Now you're probably thinking, that's not a money saving tip. And you'd be right, but this is the most important one. The truth is, saving money will only get you so far. I know I just talked about for the past however many minutes that saving money is important, and these are the different tips and tricks that you can do to start saving money. And don't get me wrong, those things are important. But the reality is, only saving money isn't gonna get you to financial freedom. There's a huge misconception that's been taught for years that saving money and then retiring with your savings is the way to go. This really couldn't be further from the truth. Saving money earlier on is important because the majority of people are limited to how much income they can make earlier on in their life. So saving can make a big difference. Let's take an example. Let's say you saved up $500,000 and you just left it in your checking or savings account. $500,000 with an average rate of inflation of 3% has roughly the same purchasing power as $153,000 40 years ago. So this means if you let your money sit in a savings account or a checkings account without leveraging good debt like real estate, your money's gonna erode. Leveraging long-term fixed rate mortgages like with real estate is the way to go. And it does the exact opposite. It's easier to pay back those fixed rate mortgages with tomorrow's dollars than it is with today's dollars, which is the reason why we love real estate and it's our preferred asset class. We did a video on side hustles that you can start today to increase your income, and I'll make sure to link that in the description. Increasing your income and then investing that into real assets is the best way to go if you want to ultimately achieve financial freedom. At the end of the day, we only get one life. I'm not saying you should just eat saltine crackers and canned tuna for the rest of your life. You can enjoy life while also adhering to these principles that I talked about in this video. We created this channel because our mission is to help you achieve financial freedom sooner rather than later. We're sharing all the things that we've learned and also continue to learn. So make sure if you like this content, that you like this video, make sure to subscribe and also hit that notification bell so you're not missing any of our videos. We're posting new videos 2 to 3 times a week. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.